Welcome back. Like I said, it's still the big talk, and I'm here with my co-host, Pandits, Derek Anoboy, the social media manager for Muse Africa, and Eric Tosca, the Arrow for Tunes by Muse, our music platform. And today's topic is very interesting. So for the past 2 weeks, the ladies in the industry have been trending. Can't get to see a remark made by award-winning producer JMJ. He said the ladies in the industry are now, in quotes, lazy, because in the times of Kaki, Miss V, and the late Ebony, the female industry was very active, but now it seems like the industry made doors small. And this remark, Pandit spoke about it, and one Pandit, another Samabedu, spoke about it, and it brought about the whole brouhaha on social media when the lioness of Africa, Wiyaala, finally roared on the media. Charlie, she gave it to them. And it's been non-stop talking, back and forth, back and forth. So today we are discussing how do we rate our female artists in the Ghanaian music industry. Is it their songs, is it their numbers, or is the antics that goes along with it? So let me just talk about the JMJ thing. So Derek, on social media, let's say when JMJ made that comment, how was social media reacting to it?
Of course, exactly. People will always agree and disagree. So people were like, no, he can't say this. Because he, as a producer, for once, you know how the music scene has been like for a long time. I mean, ever since Kaki, we've not been hearing from her anymore. The late Ebony passed. We still have vibrant female artists. I mean, the likes of Adina, who's been touring. The likes of Efia, who's been releasing music. The likes of Miss V, who came back with a new banger and has been making it. So he can't just say now it's not as vibrant as it used to, because it's still there. The female artists are still doing well and they're doing great in the music industry. So social media were like, some disagreed and some were on this part as well.
Okay, Tosca, you know the music. Comparing a few years back when we had Kaki, Ebony, and Miss V reigning at that time, comparing to this kind of generation, we have Miss V, Efia, Adina, we have Jackie, Sister Efia, like Eno even has reinvented themselves this period. Like, how do you see the number compared to the current generation of female artists?
I think it's great currently.
Okay.
Back then in 2014, 2015, what we're looking at was who is replacing who.
Okay.
We had Miss V, and when Ebony came, it was like Ebony was replacing Miss V. That was what we were doing.
Yeah.
But now we have about 4 girls, 5 girls being on the top, as in their name, not even their music. We have names that are on the top.
Yeah.
A name like Fida Rhyme is on the top without even a very big banger, but her name is on the top. Now we have names. You could actually mention 5 names. You can headline a show. One can headline an all-girl concert,
Okay.
with no guys behind. I can say, oh, guys should support. No.
Like the girl talk kind of vibe.
Yes, the girl talk kind of vibe. Now we have the Sister Fierce. We have the Adina. Like you rightly mentioned, Eno, Sinaso,
Wendy,
Wendy alone cry. Yes, Wiyaala and the live audience Wiyaala also. So and even Becca and Co and those who were there as in the time JMJ was relevant.
Some are still relevant.
Yes, Becca was is still relevant.
Yeah.
Yes. So what he's saying is not, the game is not as strong as them yet. It's not true.
It's not true.
It's still active, and now they are more active than them.
Okay, so but before we go to the main topic, still let's talk about another Samabedu's comments about Wiyaala, because JMJ was like, in as much as the industry is low, Wiyaala is exceptional from them, and Anod is like, yeah, we know Wiyaala is playing international shows, but when you come to Ghana, she's not concentrating here, and by saying that you are underestimating the likes of Wendy Shay and stuff who are actually working. And then Wiyaala came to respond with that video. This is the first time we've seen Wiyaala in such a state where she was roaring and casa. So what do you make of Anod's comment?
I think he didn't say anything wrong. I support 100% everything he said. Because let's check. Wiyaala's kind of music is not light here.
Yeah.
It's not really light here. So if you are doing a music you can't do a music for me that I will like. You can't force it on me. I will like it if I want. If you will like it, then it will be time.
Okay.
Because we know music sometimes change. Our taste of music changes with time.
Of course.
We were enjoying in 2010, 2011, 12, we were enjoying Azunto.
Yeah.
Then from the 13, 14 to 15, we were enjoying dancehall. Then from the 15, 16, an Afrobeat revolution, and we are in it. So if it will change, it will change.
Yeah.
We don't know what the next way, but if it will change, it will change.
Okay.
Yes. So what Arnold rightly said everything. We are kind of downplaying the works of Adina and Koye. They are working. They are serving their audience. What's their audience like?
Okay. All right. So now, Derek, social media, like they are saying, international versus local. How comparing, let's say, a brand like Wiyaala to a brand like Wendy Shay, how is the international presence on social media felt like?
So the likes of Wendy Shay and Wiyaala, we've seen Wiyaala on tour. You've seen Wiyaala play shows outside Ghana most often, because you rarely see Wiyaala on shows like S Concerts, December to Remember, but you always find Wendy Shay on that shows. But when it comes to festivals in Norway, Denmark, Eastern European countries, I mean,
Australia,
exactly, you always find the likes of Wiyaala performing with people jamming to her songs without knowing what she's saying. So like Tosca said, maybe it will take time for Wiyaala's music to transcend or come down to us and be like, yeah, this is the kind of song we like. But on social media, Wiyaala and Wendy Shay, the brand is like this. One is seen as international, not Ghanaian, but on an international level. But one is seen as she's very superstar here, but on the international level, I don't think her presence is really felt. Because I don't think I've seen Wendy performing in a huge crowd outside Ghana. I don't think I've seen any footage.
I think she's actually yet to even go on a tour.
Exactly.
And usually what the Ghanaian artists do, they go for club tours rather than festivals.
Exactly.
Okay, now, so that brings us to the main topic. We've heard JMJ, we've heard the whole remarks. Now, how do we grade our female artists? With the male artists, you know, usually, because Sarkodie has a lot of first songs, we rank him first, or nowadays you have Shatawale, who the masses will say is the biggest artist so far. So how do we rank our female artists? Is it based on the music or the antics where we've seen Rough Town doing a lot of controversy to get their artists rolling, or is basically show your body? Just let me begin with
Show your body.
which one is helping to rank?
You know, ranking, it's being ranked with the one who has current hits or top hits.
Okay.
Yes, in every year we know this artist have this number of hits. You can release 1,000 songs, 70K songs, but the impact and the hits is what we watch or what we look at.
Yeah.
So that is what I think should be the target or what we should use as a marking scheme for ranking.
Okay.
Hits first off. Okay. If you have the hits, then that's what's going to keep you relevant.
Okay, but hold on. Derek, you too. Let me know. He said the hits. To you, in the female fraternity, what should we use to rank from biggest to lowest?
If your song is not big, you're not big.
But sometimes you could be big in the news without having the big song, but then your brand is attractive more than a person with a hit song.
But news, with news, it dies.
Can you give me
You
an
can
example?
be in the news today, and then the next day there's another news about somewhere that's more trending than yours. So that means your news is dead. But with music, in as much as there's competition, yours is still being played. That's how come you have charts. But for news, you don't have charts for news.
Okay.
And news can be dead, but charts keep you to know that, oh, this song is still playing, this song is still playing. So if you have the bigger song, you are relevant, and you have to be the one on top.
Okay, so Tosca was come to ask you a question, but let me see. So let's say an artist like Ifya. Yeah. Ifya does not regularly release songs. In fact, she's always not in the news like the way we talk about. But when we are ranking female artists to people, she's always part of the top artists.
Yes.
So per your explanation, does that mean Ifya at this moment is not a top artist? Because in 2020 she's said to have, let's say, a hit song.
What I said is, in a year, Ifya, when we are ranking Ifya, we are Ifya amongst the top artists with an S. Yeah. Not as Ifya as the top artist. She's among the top artists.
But if I say top 3, definitely should be top 3.
Let me finish. Yes, that is when you are calculating from when she started and to now.
Yeah.
That includes shows, relevance, brand endorsements, and everything, awards and everything. That's what it includes. But in a year, if you want me to say who has done what in a year, I'll use the songs, and the songs is what will get you the shows to play.
Exactly.
And that is when the shows you play and everything will lead you to the award schemes for you to win. Exactly. You get what I mean?
Exactly.
So bringing in a fear is like her longevity and everything she's done in the industry. Yes. And so she's always in a decade in the industry.
Yeah, so it means apart from the hit songs, you can add longevity or you can add your experience.
Of course. Yeah. Of course.
So even if you don't have a big song, let's say 2020,
yeah,
you'll still be ranked higher than someone with big song?
I think it depends on the year and what you do during that particular year.
Okay, so let me ask this. So let's say I'm here, I'm like, see, Fantana is the newest kid on the block.
Yeah.
She has a couple of hit songs.
Yeah.
In fact, per the year and the review, we say she probably has bigger songs than Ifya. But if you are going to rank Fantana and Ifya on the same, will you rank them on the same scale? Or will you choose Fantana over Ifya?
So that's when the year of review comes in. Because let's say, for example, let me use this example. For example, football season. Messi is always Messi, regardless of what. So let's say Messi scores like 20 goals in the season, and then there's a player like Cancelo Guedes, he scores like 25 goals in the season. Messi obviously had a great season, and his longevity, like his experience, makes him like the man of the moment. But here comes someone who has scored more than him. Regardless, he is the best player at that particular season. Okay. But overall, Messi is Messi, and Messi is the best.
So the Barca fans are in the building. Yes, the Barca fans are.
Let me add up. I'll add up with an example. In 2010, when Sarkodie broke through the industry, he won the VGMA's New Artist of the Year, and he won the Artist of the Year. And in that year, there was the Artist of the Decade. The Artist of the Decade, and he wasn't nominated. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Just last year.
But that criteria, he did not.
Wait. Yes, I'm coming. Yes. It shows. Yes, that shows the difference between the Fantana and the Ifya.
So that tells you that Ifya can be Artist of the Year, new artist, but can't be
in the decade.
Okay. Even though she's on top.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I still have more questions to ask my co-host here. But let's go for a quick break. When we come back, we continue the show. But then I want to ask my guys here a question. Derek, name your top 5 Ghanaian artists.
Top 5 Ghanaian artists?
No, I didn't.
In general?
I said your top 5 Ghanaian artists.
This is tough. 5, I'll go for Stoneboy. 4, I go for Shatta.
3,
I go for Sarkodie. 2, I go for Kodienchi. And 1, I'll go for Framposa.
Okay.
That's your all time.
Yeah.
Yes, I say your own.
All time.
That's my own.
Yes, that's his all time.
That's my own.
You want my all time.
5.
Guys.
Your top 5 Ghanaian artists. As simple as.
You had give up. You don't say hard give up.
So give me
but
5.
I'm my all 5.
Give me
I'm
5.
my all time.
Okay, I'll start with Sarkodie.
Number 5.
No, that's 5.
No, go. You go.
Sarkodie, Stoneboy,
4.
Samini,
3.
Becca, give Becca a spot. And last should go for Manifest.
So Becca was there because you wanted to put the female in there. That is your top 5.
That is my top 5.
Okay, guys. So the reason I asked them this question was because I wanted to see whether they would name female artists in them, and at least Tosca mentioned 1 female artist.
So we have the bad guy.
And Derek did not mention any female artist. So my question to them, like I said, is why aren't the females regarded when it comes to people listing their greatest Ghanaian musicians? Why is that so?
Bro, as a female in this industry, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's
How?
everywhere.
It's not everywhere.
It's
not everywhere.
Yes. Let me explain what I'm saying.
Explain.
In every industry, we kind of have less females very active in it. Even in politics. You recently when Jane Nana was nominated as was appointed as a vice candidate or whatever.
Running for general.
You heard the bro about it, that first female, and we are giving the women chance. Charlie, in business, I think the only place that women are kind of dominant is the banking sector, where you have a lot of tellers as women because they have to smile, but the guys do not pussy them. The guys have to smile, the girls have to smile so that the guys do not pussy. It's everywhere, and in this world too. I think
in the hospitals too as well.
Yes, the nurses, but the doctors are mostly guys. Yes,
but we have female nurses.
I said mostly. I didn't say the doctors. All of them are guys.
You know a funny thing. You even said female nurses. It's always female doctors. But then land on your point.
Yes. So what I'm saying that it reflects the impact this one has here. It reflects on the other one.
So you still not answer my question.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. It is something. It's something natural.
No, the numbers can be not, but maybe
the Bible says.
Wait. Maybe there are only 5 female. Maybe there are only 5 female artists in an industry, but then those 5 can even become the top 5 artists in a part. So Why?
Even in the Bible.
Why is only
even
why
in
is
the
Becca,
Bible?
no wait, why is
Even in
Becca the
Bible,
only female
I'm
in
a
your
Christian.
list?
Your mom
I'm a
could
Christian.
be
Even the Bible, when the Bible was writing, then Jesus fed 5,000 men. He didn't include women. No. God said, let's create a man in an old. See, even the Bible kind of didn't include women. As in, forgive me if I'm saying, even the
if you are misquoting the Bible.
Yes, if I'm
misquoting the Bible.
But I know, say,
every time the man comes first.
The man comes first.
Okay,
it's a natural thing.
But you dey cool down because at least you mentioned one female artist. That to you. You did 5 male artists. You did not mention any female artists. Is it that when you were growing up, you didn't listen to songs from female artists, or the kind of female artists do not entice you?
Okay,
now?
so I will use the point or the example.
Which one? The Bible.
I beg me, I read it. Maybe I don't know what to read. No, but I'm serious. Like I'm going to use the example Tosca is right. In every sector, right, the men dominate more. Everywhere you go, from the movie industry, when it comes to football, music, anything. If a guy with this, if you go to American media right now and you ask someone for their top 5 artists, there is no way they're going to put Beyonce, Rihanna.
You cannot assume for somebody.
Bro, we've seen a lot of top 5s. Every time we hear a top 5 rappers list or female musicians list, there's always Tupac, Biggie, Kanye, Jay-Z. You barely find Beyonce or Rihanna in there.
When you go to the high-grossing artists, most
that
of them are females.
No, we know. Okay,
females.
You said high-grossing. Now you're talking about someone's opinion.
Making money.
That one has been estimated. It's a figure that's being used to rank them. This is from someone's opinion.
Okay.
Like you asked me, my opinion. If you ask me the top 5 any film artist, I mean, there's a list. I'll just put it up. But here comes to a point where I'm giving you my list. That means that it's more of music that I've heard more, or who I think that's best music amongst these people. When it comes to football, whenever FIFA does their ranking, we always see the men on top.
Because there's the men's own that you are looking at.
But the men's section is more like has more prestige than the women. The same way the men's workout has more. Like Tosa said, a man need any more BBA.
Okay, guys. So if you're out there in your list, we have female artists in your list. Just send us a message. Social media at Muse Africa. On Instagram is muse.africa. Just comment and let us see. But when I was doing this research, I realized in as much as most people might probably mention male artists, some of the female stars that they actually listen to are female. An example, let's talk about the gospel fraternity. The gospel fraternity has seen a lot of his songs, and you realize we have Daughters of Glory Jesus, Tego Sisters, Esther Smith. So it's like the gospel fraternity is dominated by the female artists. But in a way, in as far as they dominate, the perspective is always male dominated. So how can females change this perception?
And you see, this thing is tough because the women put in more effort towards as compared to the men. But sometimes I think we appreciate the men more. I don't know if I'm saying it in the right way, but you can see the impact. Sometimes I don't know if it's because we don't see much more of them or there's nothing more about them. Because whenever Sarkodie do something, if Sarkodie do something right now, the impact or how long the thing go there, it will pass somebody on.
Like if say you know do
exactly. Imagine if someone like Becca had said bring back Azonto. In as much as she didn't do more Azonto. No, exactly. You see people they laugh. Nobody go my out.
Let's laugh. I laughed at them before gas smell
No, but like I'm saying, let's say Becca is trying to bring back an agenda like let's bring back old school high life or something. People go like, yeah, okay, sure. But if Sarkodie or someone else had said that, they'll be like, you see, there will be a whole jump around it.
I get it.
Exactly. So the men, whenever the men speak, there's more or less like a lot of things behind it as compared to the women. And sometimes I feel like they work, but people don't really put much eyes into what they do.
Well, it's cool.
That's how I feel.
Alright, so Tosca, you two, final word. So what's the way forward for the females? What's the way forward?
They shouldn't think they need a favor. Nobody needs a favor in this world. Just do you. And when you are recognized, you'll be at the top.
Exactly.
You should aim at the top. Don't think, say, people are sabotaging. They have this perception, say, we don't pay attention to them and all those stuff. See, guys can go the extra mile. Study the terrain. Know what the people want. If the people want flesh, give it to them. If they don't want flesh, don't give it to them.
It's them ghost or
Okay. Oh yes. Well, what I'm saying. Listen.
Okay.
No, we get
Send it terrain. Know what the people want. Give it to them. If you are doing mukbang and it is fine, let them do me fasu.
That you do. Alright, so Chai, thank you. Okay, for me to conclude this thing, like to all the female artists out there, Charlie, Muse Africa, we love you guys. That's why we support you guys wholeheartedly. And it's not about international or local. Once you are projecting Ghana music to the world, we support you, whether you are local or whether you are international. You get it. And it's amazing having guys discuss the female, the female industry. And like so it's very interesting for me. So like final thought.
To me, like Tosca said, they shouldn't think someone is doing them a favor. They should continue to put in effort. Things change. Just how we saw a revolution of a female artist being crowned artist of the year, it will get to a time they will dominate everybody.
Yeah. Okay, Tosca, you too.
Same thing. I don't have anything to say.
Alright, so this has been another exciting episode of the Big Talk. My name is Shabudo Awafu.